An incredible story to tell you about. This 17-year-old girl is safe today, for now. A Florida judge has just ruled that Rifqa Bary will stay in foster care in Florida until another hearing in September. The teen fled from her family in Ohio, fearing for her safety after converting from Islam to Christianity. Mike Huckabee, former governor of Arkansas and host of Huckabee, is back with me now. She claims that she was afraid of an honor killing, being the victim of an honor killing at the hands of her parents for converting. In this day and age, an honor killing, this seems so impossible to believe.
Well, it would be very, very difficult to believe in the culture of the United States. It would not be difficult to believe in cultures, let's say, in the Middle East, in the Far East, and other parts. But let me be very quick to say, there are millions of Muslims across the world, and not all of them believe in killing their children. And it's very important to separate radical Islam from really more of a traditional and a very peaceful practice of Islam. So I think it's very important not to act like every Islamic parent could, on any given day, take a knife and hack up their child. I mean, that's just not what's going on here or anywhere else.
And furthermore, her parents say that they don't believe in honor killing, and that they say that they have never threatened her whatsoever. This must be a real pickle for the authorities in Florida to figure out if she's a runaway and she just wanted to leave home and go to Florida, or if she's really in danger.
Well, if you're 17 years old and you want to get away from your parents, one of the things you do is you create the best barrier you can, and saying, I think my parents are going to kill me, because being honor killing would do it. Now, the Florida authorities have to take that seriously. They can't just say, you know, it's just a kid talking. If they send her back and something happens, then they're going to really feel horrible about it. So you have state law in Ohio, state law in Florida, you have parents' rights, you have children's rights. This is a very complicated case. The implications are much larger, and it's very important that they get it right. I think what they're doing is the right thing, and that's taking it slow, step at a time, do all the investigations of you know, the child's home situation, see if there's any indication whatsoever that these parents have ever given indication that they are radical jihadists. Because that, again, you just can't go around saying, oh, you know, they're Muslim, therefore they're liable to kill their children. That's an insult to all of the Muslims who love their children as much as I love my children.
It's also complicated because she disappeared from her home, and the police tracked her basically using phone and computer records. She went to be with this church group, the Global Revolution Church, who she had met online through a Facebook prayer group. All of this scares parents of teenagers because you don't want your teenager heading off to be with strangers, even if they are a Christian prayer group.
Well, and a lot of things, and look, I don't know about this group, so I'm not going to say anything good or bad about them. Let me divorce from that group. But let's face it, religion is often used as a lure to say, look, we really love you, we care. We just had a case in Arkansas in which a man will spend the rest of his life in prison. And Tony Alamo, and the horrible case there, it's been nationally known. But here's a case where he sexually abused children. He used religion to take kids as young as, you know, 8, 9 years old, marry them. It's a horrible thing. So just because somebody waves a flag and says, I'm religious and I'm Christian, you still have to ask, in what manner and how does that relate to you?
Rifqa is in foster care right now until this next hearing on September 3rd, so we know she's safe at the moment. This is really in the hands of Governor Charlie Crist of Florida to decide whether or not she's going to go back home. Here is his statement. Let me tell you what he said. I'm grateful for the good work of the Department of Children and Families for personally advocating the administration's position by attending today's hearing. We will continue to fight to protect Rifqa's safety and well-being as we move forward. Does that go far enough?
It's all he can say at this point, because the interest of the child is what matters, but you can't ignore the parents' rights to be parents. If every time a kid doesn't like what's going on at home and runs away and says, oh, by the way, my parents are religious nuts and they're going to kill me, you know, you'd have most children in America, because they didn't get, you know, to go out with their friends, or they didn't get to use the computer when they want to.
What happens, though, if the authorities do determine that her parents are extremists at some level?
If that were to happen, then she would most likely enter into foster care, and until she reached majority age, and then she would make her own decisions.
It's scary stuff.
Strange stuff, no doubt about it. No easy answer here.
Right.
None at all.
I bet you're glad that you're not the governor.